Hello children, today we are going to learn Computer Science of Standard 7 Introduction to MS Excel 2007. Come, let's enter into this video session.
Introduction to Spreadsheet. Very often, we need to work with data containing text and numbers. For such work, software which can format as well as calculate is required. Spreadsheet is a software that can perform several functions on text and numericals simultaneously. A spreadsheet is a sheet used for preparing plans, calculations, notes, or commands as a guide in decision making. One of the distinct features of spreadsheets is what if analysis, using which we can develop decision support system. Some of the examples for spreadsheet software are VisiCalc, Lotus 123, Symfony, Star Office Calc, MS Excel, OpenOffice Arch, Spread, Smartsheet, etc. What if analysis? The power of the spreadsheet is derived from its use to simulate and explore what if alternatives. When one entry is changed, the effect on the other entries becomes almost extensively evident. Decision Support System DSS. Decision support systems are a class of computerized information systems that support decision making activities. A, a DSS is a cohesive and integrated set of programs that shares data and information that helps people make decisions based on data that is gathered from a wide range of sources. A DSS might also retrieve industry data from external sources that can be compared and used for historical and statistical purpose. For example, a national online bookseller wants to sell his products internationally, but first he needs to determine if the decision is right. For this purpose, the window can use a DSS to gather information from its own resources using a tool such as OLAP to determine if the company has the potential ability to expand its business and from external resources such as industry data to determine whether there is a need for its product. The DSS will collect and analyze the data and then present it in a way that can be interpreted by us. Let us now learn about Microsoft Excel 2007. Worksheet and Workbook. Worksheet is the area on which work is done in Excel. It is also called a spreadsheet. In other words, a worksheet is the main document used in MS Excel 2007 to store and work with the data. A worksheet consists of rows and columns. The columns are vertical division and are lettered A to Z, followed by AA, AB, AC, AD, and AE. The rows are the horizontal division, which are numbered from 1. There are 16,384 columns named A through XFD and 10,48,576 rows in a worksheet. The intersection of a row and a column forms a cell. The combination of the column name and row number is referred to as the cell address. For instance, the cell address of the top most left cell is A1, which means column A and row 1. Workbook is the file where data is stored. Many worksheets can be stored in a workbook. Thus, a workbook is a multi page Excel document. A workbook is saved with the extension XLSX. Getting into MS Excel 2007. To get into MS Excel 2007, click on Start, All Programs, Microsoft Office Excel 2007. The above action opens MS Excel 2007 window. Creating a new workbook. The commonly used ways to create a new workbook are blank workbook, templates, new from existing file. Blank workbook. To create a new workbook, click on MS Office button and select the option New. The new workbook dialog box will appear. Under Templates, select Blank and Recent. Then on the right side, select Blank Workbook and click on Create button. A new workbook will be created. Templates. Templates are readily available design structures which have performated background designs. To create a workbook with templates, click on MS Office button and select the option New. New Workbook dialog box will appear. Click on Installed Templates and select the required template and click on Create button. A new workbook gets created with the selected template. New from existing file. In Excel 2007, it is easy to use the previous workbook styles and calculations for the new workbook. To do so, click MS Office button and select the option New. The new workbook dialog box will appear. Under Templates, select the option New from Existing. New from Existing workbook dialog box appears. Choose a file and click on Create New button. The keyboard shortcut for creating a new workbook is Ctrl plus N. Types of data. There are three types of data that can be entered into a cell. They are label or text, number and formula. Label or text is a type of data that includes alphabets and numbers. These data are always left aligned in a cell. Number is a type of data that holds only numbers and they are aligned to the right of a cell. Formula is a type of data that performs any calculations in a cell. This data always starts with an equal to symbol and it is right aligned in a cell. Entering data in a worksheet. Since a worksheet consists of a cells, the data in a worksheet has to be filled in cell wise. The arrow keys are used to move from one cell to another. Tab key can also be used to move towards right by one cell. Home key moves the cursor to the first column of the current cursor position. Ctrl plus Home key moves the cursor to the first cell of the worksheet. Example A1. When MS Excel 2007 opens to a new worksheet, you can start keying in the data as shown in the figure. In the first cell, type serial number, use the right arrow key to move to the next cell and type item in it. Continue the same procedure for all headings till price. Now use the mouse to click the cell below serial number and key in the data. In this manner, you can create this worksheet and many more of your own. Saving a worksheet. All the work done in the workbook has to be saved. When the workbook is saved, all the worksheets inside it are saved automatically. To save a workbook, click on MS Office button and select the option Save. The Save As dialog box appear as shown. In the Save In field, click on the down arrow to select the directory in which the workbook has to be saved. Now type an appropriate file name in the file name field and click on Save button. MS Excel saves all workbooks with the extension .xlsx. The keyboard shortcut for saving is Ctrl plus S. Selecting cells. To do any modifications such as moving, copying, or altering in one or more cells, it is necessary to first select them. There are two different ways to select cells, namely using the keyboard and using the mouse. To select the whole worksheet, press Ctrl plus A. Selection using keyboard. Keyboard selection is carried out by holding the Shift key along with the appropriate arrow keys. Selection using mouse. Mouse selection can be done by holding the left mouse button and dragging across the cells that are to be selected. To select the cells which are not continuous, hold the Control key and click the appropriate cells. Editing. Editing means entering new content or modifying the existing content in the cell. Altering the cell content. Content in a cell can be altered by moving the cell pointer to the particular cell and then pressing the function key F2 or double click on the cell. Renaming a worksheet. Every sheet is given a name by default. It may be necessary to customize this name according to the user's reference. When an appropriate name is given, it helps to identify that particular worksheet. To change the name, click on Cells group of the Home tab and select Format button. Then from the subgroup Organize Sheet, choose Rename Sheet. The other way to rename is by right-clicking on the Sheet tab of the sheet that is to be renamed. The name in the Sheet tab appears selected and it can be edited. Deleting sheet. When a worksheet is no longer required, it can be deleted by clicking on Delete button from the Cells group of the Home tab and selecting the Delete Sheet option. Another way of doing this is right-clicking on the Sheet tab of the sheet to be deleted and choosing the Delete option from pop-up menu. When this is done, a message appears on the screen which cautions that user that the sheet will be permanently deleted and it cannot be retrieved. The box also given a choice of delete button to commit and cancel button to cancel the operation. Move or copy sheet. To move or copy a worksheet from its original location, click on the Home tab of the ribbon. Then under the Cells group, click on Format button and choose Move or Copy Sheet or right click on the Sheet tab of the sheet to be moved or copied. When this is done, a pop-up menu appears from which the Move or Copy option has to be chosen. The Move or Copy dialog box appears as shown. Worksheets can be moved or copied within the same workbook or to another workbook. To move selected sheets inside the same workbook, the book name in the To Book box must be same as the active book name. To move the active worksheet to another workbook, select the New Book option from To Book box. The worksheet may be placed before or after existing worksheets. The placement of the active worksheet has to be specified. To create a copy of the worksheet, create a copy box has to be clicked. The copy can be placed in any workbook before or after any worksheet as already mentioned. Delete. As the name says, this option is used for deleting. When this option is selected from Cells group of Home tab and listed appears as shown. The Shift Cells left option deletes the current cell content and shifts the immediate right cell content to its current position, while the Shift Cells up option deletes the current cell content and shifts the cell content which is below to the current cell position. The entire row option deletes entire row of the selected cell, while the entire column option deletes the entire column of the selected cell.